Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Let's see. Plan for the day: 66.98 to 67.01. Here all night. Week. Last shot 67.11. Above. Bulls must clear 66.8. Okay. All right. So it looks like Bulls are making a push for that 67.11, which was the last support there. So I feel like if we can get above that 67.11 that Manzini's talking about, we can make a run up to 67.20 on the ES. So I think this was a trend line breakout, actually. Yeah, so we actually just had a trend line breakout. So definitely can make a little push up to the 40s starting out this morning. I don't really have a Yeah, we're also at that previous week buy side. Good morning, Solo. How are you doing today? Man, I'm hoping we can get that last $600 we need for our Apex account this week. We were in the red last week a little bit on our funded account. This one, our 25K, we made a little bit. We're up to 814, so I think we made about $400 on it. But last week, I was going back and forth, so I'd have a red day, green day, red. It was just one of those weeks last week. Last week was tough. So, like last week, I started the week off at 53,024 or 36. So we're at least $100 in the red from last week overall. So hopefully this week will be a little better. Yeah, definitely a small red. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, I feel like I had one or two good trades to able to kind of get back in the profit. Well, not profit, but get back some of my red. This is also a no news Monday, so I'm thinking if ES could take out those 11s, we should get a nice push up to the 20s to kind of retake out those highs from overnight. Have you started back trading a prop firm yet, Solo? Got a lot of good support back down around the 70s. I wouldn't mind seeing if we can maybe even make a push down there, then continue higher. Then maybe take out those overnight hold the highs or something. So maybe that's the type of price action we can look for this morning. We did have a little breakout at 84 this morning. So, excuse me. I'm hoping since contract rollover week's over, FOMC's over, so hopefully we can get back to a little bit of normal with the market not just being crazy. I still have been watching YM charts. I've been trying to find some trades on the YM. I haven't had no luck though. Oh, you're not even trading it. You're just YOLOing it, man. YOLO. I've tried to trade overnight. Yeah, I've just never had much luck, so I'm just trying to just. I don't know if we're going to pull back and take out the buy side back down at 50 either. See, I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Just kind of get that deep pullback. It's Monday, guys. We don't have to be in too big of a hurry. Firstly, starting out. Sometimes it seems like I always get myself in the red anytime I trade between the 9:30 and 10 anyway. It seems like most of my good trades always come after 10. So I don't know why I continue to be trying to I don't mind taking trades on the eval early in the morning, but it seems like anytime I take trades on my fundeds, man, it seems like it just never kind of pans out. All right, market's open. Not a real big push or nothing, just fairly mild. Nothing like crazy. A lot of red on the market. Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we get a push up to the 50s and 60s possible, but we just got to see some kind of pullback first. And it might not even go. It might just go and just run straight up to the 60s. That's what it looks like it wants to do. Uh, 11 is that support. So hopefully, like I said, ES hits that 11, get some kind of pullback here. If the ES can get above that 11, I think that's when we will make that push up to, man, sitting at that 60 level. You do have yesterday's close sitting at 860. Man, just straight up on the rip, guys. I may do like a 3 micro trade or something at 60 and see if we can get that yesterday's close. It's sitting at 61. But to me, it seemed like these things are very, very iffy in the morning sometimes, so don't know. Or I might do it from the bottom part of it. Maybe I'll do a sell order and just come in from the bottom just to make sure it doesn't rip straight through. So I may do it that way instead. Because we may not get it until the second candle pullback here. Because, you know, like sometimes you got to have that 50% pullback. Oh. The 50% of that candle is back at 35. So I'm thinking maybe if it prints, you can get a, well, didn't quite get that 60 level. Looks like we just hit the 56. All right, about to have a new candle here. Let's see if this new candle makes that push above that 61. Come on, get up there. See, this may hit that 50% mark before it pushes up. I want to see it push up to the 60s, above the 60s, then come back and maybe we can retest that 50% of that mark. Yeah, looks like we're going to go and have that 50% pullback. There's the 50% mark there. That's kind of what I was hoping for if we would have hit 61, but man, we might have just missed the setup. We may not get it. Damn it. Just a little bit more, man. That's all I was looking for. I was just looking for it to hit that 61, but we hit what? The 56. So we missed it about 4 points off. So not going to get that pullback on that trade there, guys. It looks like. That sucks. Now, this area up here holds. We still look for a short here, unless all this area hold. I mean, I may even do one micro and see. I just don't want to get too far off in case it comes back. I just think it needs to take out that 60 first, but come on, make one more push up there. wait for this next 5-minute candle to print here. All right, I'm hoping this candle, the next candle, gives us a pullback here. We anticipated the pullback. We just did not get the level we want. So that's why we were hesitant about joining that. I want to see this pull back about 50% of this red candle. Come on. If I find an entry, I'm going to hold probably all the way back down to the 760. Dang it. I hate that we got to sit here and watch this, guys. I wanted that short so bad there that I just could not get in it. Oh, shoot. Come on. I want to see this 50% candle pullback. So kind of like this one, but I was hoping we'd at least get it on this red candle too, or on this 5-minute candle too. Because I really don't want to have my stop loss all the way up there. There's your 50% mark there. It did hit the 50%. All right. This is an eval too, guys. So I wouldn't take this type of trade on the funded. So we'd be risking like $60 on this account. See how much we're up. I think we're up quite a bit on it. I think we got about $850 in profit. So from from trading. So from this account. I'm hoping this 50% holds and then continue pushing here. Now, like I said, this is a eval, not a funded. So no funded setups yet, guys. And it may still need to take out that previous open day close up there at 61. Right now, this 60 area is still holding, guys. So if that 60 area holds, we should get another pullback. Like I said, guys, eval only. This is not a funded setup or anything. This is just kind of a, I think, trade for eval with 3 micros. I don't guess methodical man streaming today. All right, so we just took out that yesterday's. See if we get that 10-point pullback. If you get 10 points off of that level there, that's a winner. That's a winner. You barely got it. No, you didn't. It hit 75. I didn't know if that yesterday's close was going to be a 10-point banger or not this morning. It got really close. Man. If we move through this order block, man, we're probably just going to go straight up. We have an order block also sitting between, what, 76 or so. So we may have to pop that 76 level here. That was that previous high up there from, is that from yesterday or overnight? Overnight. When was this? Friday. So overnight high sitting at 76. So it may want to take out those 76s or 76. I hate that my 5-minute 9 EMA is so close now. I really wanted that 10-point gap. So it looks like we're trying to take out current session highs up there at 876. Then Friday's highs is sitting at the 888. So far, guys, no trades yet. We were looking for a short while ago. I think for shorts, may have to wait for us to run those current session highs up at 76. But who knows? We're at all-time highs, man. This thing can just continue going up and up all day. That's what sucks about all-time highs. There's just nowhere really to look to the left to kind of see where we could be going. We're just kind of in that no man land after, what, another 28 points. Let me see where the ES is at. That 11 was ES's. Okay, so yeah, the ES has got way above it. Yeah, it was almost like a little bear bull flag there. Solo, on your contracts last night, did you go full YOLO, like all max contracts? I wonder where Methodical Man's at today. Did I leave my phone in there? I think I left my phone. I may have to go grab that real quick. Let's see. Let me go grab my cell phone. Be back in a minute. We're back. Sorry about that. Woo, there comes Friday's highs. Oh, you went at 5 minis. Whew. That's like $1,000 every 10 points, man. That is wild. Still did not take out those previous day highs up at 88. Oh, yeah, I was going to text Methodical Man. Did my camera freeze? No, it didn't. You can kind of pull Fibonacci and kind of see maybe where we're going on this. Back down to the 50s. Still did not take out that 88 up there. That 50 level is your 50% pullback for this leg. All right. Oh, man. We're about to start a new hourly candle. We're about to be at the top of the hour. We are in the macro time, so gonna I know. I don't see how we don't take out these 88s. Oh, Methodical Man said he was running late. So we just tapped those all-time highs sitting at 88. I wouldn't mind seeing us get a push up to the 900s, then reverse 100 points. So we did. Let's see. Oh no, we missed yesterday highs by 2 points, guys. Yesterday highs by 2 points. Ah. Solo, any trades yet today, or just been chilling, watching charts? If we could push up to like in those 900s, I wouldn't mind looking for a short below the 900. Looks like the yes just hit those 20s that we were talking about from this morning. So we had the one big move this morning, and that's pretty much it. This is really the only move that we had this morning. We had pretty much a boner candle straight up a little after the open. And after that, guys, we did have a little bit of pullback right here, but I just wasn't sure. So that's why we were hesitant about taking that. I was looking for a short in the beginning, but once this candle started pumping, we kind of got that out of our head. Whew, 100 plus trades. Wow. Oh man, did we break those highs? Like close. We're right at it. So far, guys, no inside bar. Uh, no really breakouts. I haven't really watching the 1 minutes as well today, but Even then, I don't even think the yesterday's close paid 10 points today. Now, if we can get below this 9 EMA on the 5 minute, maybe we can make that push down to what, 32? Below that 55, maybe? All right, new 5 minute candle. For the shorts here, we got to get below those 50 levels. Still just kind of chopping around, guys. All right, we're about to have a new 5-minute candle. That's an inside bar. The only thing I don't like about it is we didn't get that pullback. So if it don't, I don't know if I want to sit through the pullback here because we can always re-enter. Damn it, dude! We hit the freaking 90s and 80s stall. This 5-minute inside bar has been struggling for quite a bit. We're just at all-time highs, guys. Just trying to be careful. Woo! That was a scary pop. So the inside did pay 10 points. Did it pay 20? No, it didn't. Well, it needs to get above 900 to pay 20. Okay. I don't even think we got $100 out of that, honestly. No, we got 86. If that's all we can get, we will take it. It's okay. It's a pretty crappy Monday. That was the 5-minute inside bar, so it's just because we're all-time highs. I thought if I can just get 10 points, not even try to get 20. I'd really like to see the one to the downside. I think that one to the downside would have been much, much better. So you would have. So it looks like it only paid. What did we push up to? It still may pay 20. I mean, it's still going. Right now, you're up about what 78, 18 points. So it did pay 18 points. It's just that was a pop. Not necessarily it moved up gradually. Let's see. So we only got $86 on our funded off of that, and that was on our 25K. Uh, all right, so we were patient with the funded. It took almost an hour to get that first 5-minute inside bar. I was hesitant this week just because that inside bar was getting wrecked last week, guys. But last week wasn't a normal trading week. So 98 is your 20 points. So let me get off my funded real quick. Make sure I'm on an eval just in case we. So if you're just joining us, a lot of times we wait for this setup every morning. We've been taking this setup pretty normally for at least about 2 months now. So what it is the first 5-minute inside bar on the NQ. It looks like to me we're going to probably continue higher here. All right. We're going to wait and see if this candle prints right here. Then get that pull back into that gap there. There comes your 20 points if you held, guys. There's the 20-point banger. All right, about to have a new candle here. Let's see. Trade Saber. Go to this website. They got indicators for free. Room beats. And it's an inside bar. Let me see if I downloaded it. I might have downloaded it. And look at this thing go. Yeah, let me see if I can stick it in Discord real quick, Rooms. Rooms, I put it in the with consolidation. I put it inside the at least I think that's the indicator. Yeah, it is. It has to be. Oh, you made your own color with the consolidate. Okay. Let's see if we can get this gap fill in here. Kind of looking for maybe a trade out of this gap here, if it can hold. Shoot, we may not get down there. We may just hit those 90 levels and pop back up. That indicator is wasting resources. It should calculate. I wonder if I have it on the like on. Let's see. I haven't. I might not have it on one bar close. So it looks like we're just going to get the 90 pullback. Doesn't look like we're going to have to be a little bit more patient before we could possibly get that 79.80 pullback. Maybe we can hit that 10, then get the pullback. Wow, another inside bar, guys. Which we don't take the second one. I'm hoping it hits the 10, then we get this pullback into this level here. How's everybody else's trading going this morning? Is everybody else somewhat fairly green? I hate that these trades are just sitting up there at the whole numbers. This area is so tough to trade when you're trying to trade between the 10 and the 90. Does not look like we're going to get that pullback, guys. We were trying to take a trade out of this gap here on the pullback, but we still have a little bit more. I mean, we still got about 20 minutes left. So if we can get that pullback into that area, let me pull the Fibonacci and see how big this. So, I mean, that would be actually perfect if the 10s get stopped here. And this would be our 50% pullback back into the 80s there. The market's moving, but it's just one of those deals, man. If you jump in, you can just get wrecked. Just because you don't know if we're going to continue higher or if we do got to have that pullback. What about you, Rooms? I always hear Methodical Man in your lobby, or you be posted. I know you always do like the opposite, man. Because it seems like when everybody's long, you're always short, or vice versa. Methodical Man said he's about to jump on also, Rooms. Wow, dude, we're up 40 points from that freaking inside bar breakout, guys. Man, I cannot believe it paid 20 points today. Insane. Without hardly any pullback at all. Hey, Solo, I just got an email. It says Elite Trader Funding is 90% off. I don't know how much their accounts cost. I know I hear you talk about using Elite. I think my camera froze. My goodness. Any other time you'd be like, oh, it's going down. But man, this thing's just grinding. Oh yeah, no problem. I know you said I know always I hear you talking about using Elite. And I guess they sent an email this morning talking about it. I don't know how much their accounts cost. $16. Okay, that's not too bad. Today we've been super patient, guys. Super patient. The session high is 922 rooms. Oh, it's for current session. I should rename it to today's high, but kind of like the rest of these, how we have yesterday's high and yesterday's close. That was just whatever it was named in the indicator rooms. Let's see. I guess I can even change it, make it a little bit better. This way. There you go. Are you talking about the inside bar one? Yeah. Okay. You could just go to Discord and go to indicators and they're all in there. That inside bar is the last one I put in there. Oh, you do not use Discord rooms? There you go. Like I said, guys, we've been super patient today. We're trying not to overtrade. It's a Monday. Last week, like I said, we were in the red a little bit. So it's just grinding. Like right now, we're up 50 points off of that inside 5-minute bar this morning. So here was your inside 5-minute bar. We only took 10 points. So basically, we made about 90 bucks off of that this morning. I was hoping that I would get a deeper pullback into the back to the top of this inside bar, and I was going to look for a long out of this area, but I don't know if we'll get one before I got to get off. Oh, I'm frozen? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Dude, outer, the inside bar is just banging today. It just banged off 50 points. Trust me, we left a lot on the table this morning, outer. As far as this trade goes, I mean, I just wasn't sure. I mean, it was just last week, just because the inside bar was just didn't. There was a lot of tough days on the inside bar, but man, the Monday it just starts off banging with the 52 or 50-point trade. I was looking for a trade out of the 80s. I'm hoping. I don't know if we're going to get it because I was hoping we would get it before the 11 o'clock hour, but I don't know if we will. So, oh, you keep trying to catch that long. No. I'm going to look for a long out of the 80s if we get a pullback to the 80s outer. Or if it can just slightly push back below the 80s or in this range at all, we're going to try to take a long out of that area. Man, we're also at the IBH too, so this could just be a pullback to the what 05s and just bounce off that initial balance. Rooms be banging those like picking the tops and stuff. Okay, so you're looking for a pullback. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's really not a bad spot because you got two 5 minute candles there on the top there. Yeah, we were super patient today, Outer. This is probably the most patience I've been in a minute. So we waited patiently for a whole hour before we found it a funded trade this morning. I just wasn't patient enough on letting it pay out. Instead of taking the 10 points out instead of the 20. Rooms, Methodical Man's live right now, too. Good luck on your short room, unless you're already out. You lost 130. I was down about $100 last week myself, Outer. Let's see. I was in the red on this account right here. My funded, I had 53,000 in, and so right now we're sitting at 924. So we lost about 100, either $100 or $110. I don't know the right amount, but I know we were over $3,000. Last week was pretty tough. So what are you looking for, that little gap fill right there between 908 and 905, 906? Okay. Wow. That is a nice area too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I may try that with an eval with you if it pulls back there, Outer, because that's sitting right on the IBH. It's right at the whole number. You got a wick here, and a wick here for possible support. So, man, you're thinking 25,000 today? Oh yeah, I can see 25,000 banging off today. Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens if we get that whole number pullback. I like that area though. That's a nice area. And it's going to be right there at the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. So you got a lot going on right there at that whole number. You got the 900 whole number. You got a nice little gap fill in. You got two big wicks also sitting there at 905. So at least 10 points. I don't see how you can't at least get possible 10 points off of that area. We're going to do a eval though, because that's not really a funded setup that I usually take. I'm also hoping this week that we can get our third funded account back. We need like $600 more to make. Wow, dude. It's going to be one of those days, man. We just don't get a pullback outer. It's just it's just going to be on the grind to the upside, dude. All we can do is just sit here and watch. Oh. These type of days right here can be kind of tough too, because these are the days that you get FOMO. You're like, oh, it's going to keep going. This is the FOMO day. Dude, what is that? 40, 60 points off of that first 5 minute inside bar. I wish I'd have just held it. I didn't realize that the inside bar. Wait, no, never mind. I looked at the wrong one. That was the second inside bar. So it looks like we're not going to get that pull back into the 80s. It's already hit 11 o'clock, so I needed that pullback before 11 to possibly take that. You're short again. I don't know if we get what, maybe, no, let's see, where are we at? Wow, that's a long ways back down. I can see the short pulling back to this whole number here. We might get that pull back to the whole number. Wow, that's nice. 60 points. So you're looking for the pull back into the 80s too? I may try it with you with a micro or two. Since that 605 is the IBH. Nice on the pullback rooms. We will try to buy. See if we can get 10 points off that 906. We got 2 wicks there. We got the initial balance sitting there also. You got the 9 EMA sitting at 08. So there's a lot going on around this area. So we got a little gap fill. Oh, you guys stopped out trailing? Nice. That's still a nice move if you got short up around the 40s or 30s. So this, if we do take this trade, it is a eval. We got about $50 in profit to work with. So, so we're only going to be risking probably $60, $70 max. So basically, we'll just be risking the profit that we made. My camera. I don't know what's going on with the old camera this morning. It keeps freezing. Now, if this does lose the 900s and pull back into that one area that I wanted to take along earlier out of those 80s, we definitely will look probably into those 80s. This right here, we're just looking for a possible 10 points and if we can rerun the highs. So that's kind of what we're going to look for with these 3 micros. I don't even know if I want it back below the 900. So I feel like that whole number is going to be my line in the sand here. Because we could always kind of get out with just, you know, a 6-point loss. And then it runs those 90s and we can always jump back in. And if we do pop it, we may even go back to break even fairly quick here. Because we could possibly pull back to 88, 90 here. So we're going to approach this with a little caution. That's a very bullish, bearish looking candle. Oof. I want to see instant bounce here, and it's got to be the first bounce. I'm not going to be shooting for the second bounce. So if it misses us, we're not going to take the second one. So, damn it, dude. We might have just got missed. We'll let one more little push there. I just hate these second pushes like this. I like to hit that first push, then reverse. If we hit the 15 and 16, we're going to go and probably take it off. Yeah, I know. It missed it. That's why I'm kind of being... No, it might have missed this outer. I think it missed it. Damn it. Oh, it hit like 907.50. So it missed us by literally 1 point, guys. We should already be at break even. You're already up 6-7 points. So I don't know if we're going we're about to have a new candle. Maybe this new candle will hit it and give us that 50% pullback of this candle. We're going to be very cautious here because I hate that we've missed that first tag in. Because it could go all the way back to this 85 level where the 21 EMA is at the 85. Now, I will take a funded trade if we pull back into this area here. All right, we're about to have 10 seconds left. I may do it this way and see if oh no, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, it hit 7. So, yeah. So it looks like it's going to miss us. It looks like it hit 907.25 at the moment. Let's see what the 50% pullback is on this candle here. 14.15 is the 50% pullback of that 5-minute candle. I don't even know how that tagged me in a while ago. We got another wick here sitting down at the 95s. What time is it? 10? Okay. I just got to keep an eye on time here. 96 area. Yeah, I'm not going to try to jump back in room. I was only looking for that first original bounce off the 905, 906. Looking for 10 points, but I'm not going to be trying to jump in now. It definitely looks like it's kind of wanting to roll over. Yeah. Exactly about 50% of that candle pull back there. There's the 906s. Oh, Outer kept his order. Nice, Outer. I didn't have it to keep it. I didn't have the boys to keep it on. It's holding up, Outer. Oh, rooms went back short. Now I do like the shorts if we get back below that 900 level. I don't know. This is kind of a no man land for me. I'm not really sure what's going to happen. If it's a 10 points, I'm like, that's a winner for me, but I'm not in it to get the 10 points. but it has to get the 10 points. I'd probably be at break even already if I was tagged in, just because I didn't want to get wiped out if that thing just decides to drop, the bottom falls out. Oh, there's your 10 points. It was a nice quick wick, so I don't know if it would have filled you or not, but you would have got your 10 points. Then maybe hold a runner to the highs. If I was playing this, that's how I would play it. 10 points, then target the highs. But if it comes back to 406, my runner would have been stopped out. Yeah. I don't blame you there, Outer. I'd be at break even too, just because I feel like we're kind of in that no man's land right now. We could easily pull back to the 90s and the 80s here. I think Outer's long and Room said he is shorts. Do you got you a take profit order somewhere, Outer? Or are you just trying to target the highs up there? At least take you some money out of it, just in case, man. Never know. Nice 10-pointer there. Gold does look like it's about to have a little breakout. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle. So a lot of times, I always pull Fibonacci on these 5-minute candles because most of the time they want to pull back. Either the second candle will have a 50, do the 50% pullback, or this candle here will pull back. So you could possibly, if it prints here, you get a pullback here till a 10 or 11. So what you want to do is if it's going to give you that 50% pullback, you don't want it to go below that 10. Because a lot of times if it starts breaking over 50% of the candle, it'll start moving lower. Let's see if it's... I mean, it happens over and over. So look at this candle here. So if you pull fib on that 5-minute candle right here, look, this candle right here pulled back right at the 50% mark of that candle. So what it is, you want to see it stay above this 11. So that's nice that it just made a wick there. So that maybe just in that area there, hopefully you get a bounce if you're in that long still Outer. So we just hit the 50% mark. Come on, pop if you're still in it. No, you don't want to see it keep testing it. You want it to just, you want it to go pop. Let's see here. Do that on a sim account. Now this is a sim account, guys. Wow, look at that on the money, guys. Pull back to the 50%, then just popped again. That's one thing you got to consider whenever you're trading these 5-minute candles is that possible 50% of the move pullback of that candle. It's almost a good way to not get yourself trapped in like a bad trade sometimes, because I have missed trades that way. So like this one right here, I can't remember if you got 50% of that first inside bar. So it looks like you hit about the 40% of the pullback, just not quite the 50, but still pretty close. Now this is a sim account, guys. Sim account. This is gold. Gold was having a little breakout over here. At least I think that was gold. Is that gold? Did I get the right charts? Yeah. Dude, my camera is, I don't know what's going on with my camera today, guys. This is, I don't, maybe I'll just have to redo it when I get back home this evening. Yeah, if you got more than one contract, I'd at least take some whatchamacallit. I hate that I didn't stay in it. I didn't have the boys to hold that, to stay back in it outer, so I just let it go. Yeah, you're almost at a 2R 24, right? I'm not sure what, wait, where's your stop loss have to be? What was your stop loss on that order? I know you put in there, but I don't remember what you put. 96? I don't remember. I know you said you had a stop loss somewhere. Woo, we're up 36 bucks on the gold trade. Did it already take both my orders? Oh, I thought I left a runner. What happened? There it goes. I'm going to go to break even on the gold here. Come on. Get that first target, baby. First target. We've been watching a lot more of gold and YM lately, but we've only been doing it on sim account because I've never really traded those kind of futures. So we got them set up over here on my trading viewer chart, and I had a signal pop on the gold. And it just paid. It paid the bills, even though we're not in the trade, technically. Dude, I don't want to sell that. I want it to hit, but I will sell that if I feel like it's going to pop back down. All right. Nice. $63. Whew. The gold signal popped on that one, guys. Let's see where. I missed some trades this morning. I had some long signals, like give out long signals, but I just didn't enter them. Let's see. ES had a long at 704, and look, they were up 30 points off that ES long. Gold, not gold, but the Dow YM, it gave a long signal also at 9 this morning. So we So that up there is that gold. That was taken on a sim account. That wasn't taken. That was just a paper trade. I think 2 micros on the gold. Whew. 9:30. Oh. Did you hop back in that long rooms? Look at outer. Nice to hold on to that 906 outer. I just didn't have the boys to take it, man. I was just like, once it hit that 907 and pulled back, I was done. I was like, okay, I don't trust the trade no more. So I was done after that. So we're in a gold long over here too from 63. But this is a paper trade here. Nice on your get back a nice little winner there, outer. I think if gold pushes, the NASDAQ goes down. I feel like I'm not sure how these two interact with each other. Now, I think if you're looking for really big profit, if you have the boys on these golds, dude, I think one mini is like up there. I don't know if it's like the ES, if it's $50 or $100 for a mini on the gold. But I feel like sometimes if NASDAQ is pushing down, gold is moving up. So yeah, I know. I feel like it's ready for that deep pullback. Well, that was a quick dip to the 900s. I mean, you probably could have got 10 more points off of that 900 level if you 900 bounce. Yeah, that would have been another 10-point bounce off of that 900. Now, these would be like eval type trades if I was, when I'm saying I would do that type stuff. It wouldn't be like a funded trade. So we're still in the long with the gold. You can see right there. So we're still in that long with the gold. Now, I will take a long out of this 80 to 70 area down here around that 50% mark. I feel like this could be a nice bounce area. But it's going to be an eval. I feel like we already missed our opportunity for funded. If I do funded, it'll have to be with 1 or 2 micros. It'll have to be super, super like low risk. Just because we're already like so close to that lunch hour. We're like 20 minutes away from lunch hour. And so that's kind of a no trade time for me as far as funded go. We can live with our basically our $90 win day with the funded. So we just may just end it there as far as fundeds go today. And maybe just look for a little bounce with the evaluation. So it looks like we got $17 left on our in the profit on the gold there. So the gold may get stopped out. We may end up pulling back on that gold trade too. Oh, you're thinking maybe we get the 90 bounce instead of the complete pullback into the 80s? Man, the ES looks like it's going to possibly roll a little bit. Where's no 87? Yeah, because it looks like we have some buy side sitting there at those 88s outer. Is that what you're looking at? That buy side liquidity sitting there at 88? We got buy side sitting at 88 and also 55. And all the way back down to 33. Oh. Let me see what. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what the gold's doing. Did we get stopped out on the gold? Yeah, we got wicked out on the gold. So we made $50 off a little sim gold trade. Oh, wait. Did I get 50? No, I didn't. That was that other account. I think that's the wrong. Never mind. $44. $44. So we made 44 bucks. So, how much did you make off your long while ago, Outer? So you got what? At least 12 points? Man, I just feel like we're building up a big bull flag here. Especially sitting at this IBH. I think it really depends on how much money you want to spend, Legend. And I think it also, to me, depends on where you're at in your trading journey. Because either way, you're going to have to pay for either like data. So if you're looking for the cheapest out of pocket, and if you're in America right now, probably Bulenox is the cheapest out of pocket as far as if you're just kind of just trading a valuation. But I think if you're good at passing evals and you don't have no issues with failing eval, it's probably like Take Profit Trader, or there's another one with similar. I think Take Profit Trader is like $90 in, all in, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, you don't want to get those cheaper accounts if you fail a lot of evals. So that's why a lot of times I don't really use those, just because I use a lot of my evaluations for, like, you know, practicing setups or working on trading ideas or just screen time. So that's why a lot of times I use trading Bulenox, because you can get a 25K or 50K for like $15 right now. But it's a little bit more on the back end, because I think it ranges from 130 to 150 for a funded account. So that would have you all in for about 160 to 165. But if you got too expensive evals from like Take Profit Trader or one of those others like that, you would already be out that much, because that's where I want to really get a funded accounts with Take Profit Trader, because I want to get an account that has daily payouts. So like right now, my biggest Bewley funded account sitting at about $3,000, and I still got to make $600 more before I can request a payout with them. And for my 25K, I'm sitting at about $900. So I got $895. So, and I got to make $2,600 with this one. Then I have another Apex funded that I have to make, not really, more or less about making. I got to do at least $50 trade days, because I broke some rule back in November. So I didn't get my payout because of whatever rule I broke. I know they told me, I want to say it was either I over leveraged or I didn't follow the consistency or something. So I got to do 5 more trade days of $50. But I took a break from there because I didn't want to make a mistake and blow those accounts up, because that happens to a lot of people, where if you're trading with prop firms and they deny your payout, it's really easy to go tilt on that, because you're just kind of annoyed that they didn't approve it or something. So that's why lately I've been strictly focusing really hard on these Bewley fundeds. But lately, man, there's been so many prop firms popping up, and I haven't really tried a lot of them. I've been just sticking to the ones that I've known that's been around for a while, because I did that with Fast Track Trading, that I decided to try a new prop firm, and I got to pay out, then I never got paid. And that was with Fast Track last year. So after Fast Track, I almost had to start back over, because you know, I had like 5 or 6 funded accounts with Fast Track. Then they went under. So after that, I told myself I'd never use a new prop firm again. So the only prop firms I use is, I'm not saying they can't go out of business, but they've been around for a long time, and I know people has gotten payouts from them. So I know Methodical Man's gotten quite a bit payouts from Bulenox over the last couple years. And he has gotten payouts from Apex, but they have gotten a little bit more stricter with their rules probably over this last year. And mainly it has to do with the consistency rule. And that's where most people fail at, is where you let your account go down. Like, I don't know if you ever watched 0 Day J. That is something 0 Day J does a lot. So he'll go in over leverage and let his account run down like 40, 50, 60, 70% of the, and then let it go back into the green. And that's something they don't want people doing. I think 30 or 40% is the max drawdown with the consistency with them. Dude, I feel like we're just going to pop. Look at this 5-minute liquidity line that we got popping right now. Whew. So I've been using Ninja forever, and I've been trying to figure out how to make this part over here where it shows like my orders, and I changed it to black. It took me for, I don't know why I kept clicking on it, because it used to be white, like bright white, like looks like a glow in the dark thing around my screen. And I finally found a video that showed me how to change that. I'll show you. It's on this screen over here. Let me bring this in real quick. Yeah, right there. Woo. Does the long pop off again? No big profit today, but we are in the green. We didn't take a lot of trades today, so we tried really hard not to overtrade today. We took one funded account, one eval trade, or maybe two eval trades, but always kind of kept it small today. And I took a paper sim account trade on gold. And I had a long setting up for that 906, the one Outer was talking about earlier, but I backed out. I chickened out on it. So that's kind of where we're at on the trading journey for the day. Oh, Legend, it may be trade day. I hear Methodical Man talking about trade day. I think they're similar to Take Profit Trader. And it's the same setup where you pay that fee up front. But the idea there is you got to need to really pass it in the first 30 days. Now, Solo, he got a big payout from Elite Trader last month. And right now, Elite Trader's 90% off. I think he put up there, you can get an account for like 16 bucks. But I've never really used him a lot, but Solo got his money from him, and I think he got like a $5,000 payout from Elite. So, whew, I got in that way late. Wait. This is just an eval only, guys. Make it stopped out. I didn't pull the 50% of the thing real quick. Let me pull the 50%. Damn it. It's already over 50. Okay, it's going to go down. Damn it. It looks, may have to close this because what reason why I say I kind of get iffy about those is whenever they pull back over 50% of our 5-minute candle. Let's see if it pops here. If it don't pop here, we may close this trade. This way we're only going to be out 20 bucks or so. Let me see my other charts here. I didn't forget to look at those. Yeah. I'm about to be done though. Okay. Back below that 10, we'll probably close this if it sells back below that 910. Right now we're down 10 bucks. Like I said, we went in super small. All right, if it gets back below this body of this candle close, and that's kind of where we're going to put our stop loss right there. So we're in it for 5 points, which is $30. So this way, if we do take a loss, it's not like too devastating. Because it looks like we're getting stuck there around the 20 still. Shoot, we had a new 5-minute candle. I didn't realize it was that close. That looks like it may stop us out. Let's pull the Fibonacci on that 5-minute candle and see where the 50% mark is. Pretty much opened at the 50%. All right, guys, that's going to be my last trade of the day. So we risked about $30, so we're only going to have about 20 bucks on the eval today. And that was a gold trade. You're short, nice room. I must have missed your short call out. Dang it. All right, guys. Everyone have a good evening. Thank you guys for watching. And we will be back in the morning. Be careful if you're trading the rest of the day because it is the lunch hour. So a lot of times I don't even, especially with your fundeds, be careful trading your fundeds during the lunch hour. You don't want to get your account wrecked if you got a nice and green. So like I said, we just stuck to our one trade with our fundeds, and that was it today. We try to find a couple little scalp moves because I thought that once we broke above this 5-minute trend line that maybe we could take out those session highs, but we did not. So, I'm not saying it won't happen, but you know how it is. You can hindsight yourself to death here.